All right, what's up, guys? It's Minx. Today we're going to be taking a look at another update to ModSync. So, in lieu of updating this, I've dropped support for Game Master completely. So, you won't see any updates from me on that. However, it does have updates from another creator or mod creator that took over. So, um, still going to see stuff there, but it's not going to be me going in and updating it like I was. I've got full focus on this one when I am doing this stuff. So, there's good reasons for that. A few that I won't get into, but another one is that when this one needs focus, it's more serious than the other one because this one has potential security issues. So I want to be fully transparent about that. So let's get into this. I think I can get rid of this. Yeah, I don't need that. Let's get into what this is doing at this point. In the last video, we looked at a very, very, very minimum viable product. It really did not uh, it worked in the very specific circumstance that met all criteria. It worked, which is good. It's a proof of concept. Now we are building on that to make it functional, useful, and safe to use. That is the next step here. And safety came first. So that was what I started on and what we're going to be taking a look at today. So, what's new? Before, it would download willy-nilly. Now it has multiple layers of checks and balances to make sure that what you're downloading is a actual um, it's actually what you want. Um, so let's go started from the where things get let's get started from the get-go of the new thing. So everything from a start to finish of the pipeline is different. Um, if we go to, let's see, so the server host, when they create a game, it used to say mod names and mod name and mod URL. It's been changed to mod creators. Now you could still pass in a URL here, but there's another check and balance later that's going to prevent that from going through. So you got to give in a name and a URL, or a name and a creator name from the Thunderstore. So once you do that, it gets set, and then the client, when they join, they grab that stuff. I gotta change this get mod URLs to mod creators. That's okay, since URLs wouldn't have done anything, it wouldn't have mattered. But we got mod creators and mod names. So mod creators, mod names gets here. They get separated out to their lists. Another benefit of this change is you can't have spaces in either of these things because it's part of an API request, which requires that there are no spaces. Um, so that makes things a little easy as well. Anyway, so we got those, and we still go through similarly. This part really hasn't changed functionally. It still goes through and says prompt to download. It used to just say download. Now it says prompt to download. So let's go take a look at that. Let's go in back into plugins, prompt download. So we set a couple variables for the GUI that we'll take a look at in a bit. We then remove special characters. So if you try to do something goofy, it's going to try and get rid of those things. So we've got string, we've got these brackets, A through Z's, all these normal things. The only thing you could potentially do, and this is why there's another check after this, is you have dots, so you could do like www dot my mymalware.com slash malware.exe or something like that, or .dll. So this isn't the last line of defense, but this removes special characters other than the approved ones, which right now I'm already considering removing the dot. I don't know if it's needed. Um, so once those are stripped, we get those, we set them, and then we move on to request builder. I should probably move these over to this. There we go. That way it's getting the correct value that we'd see. So it's stripped them. Request builder will create a API request that just builds the string for it. So we take the mod creator mod name and we get mod info from store. So if we go down here, I believe that's, yep, at the bottom, it creates an API request to the Thunderstore, which is hard coded. So it's going to thunderstore.io and making an API request. If that API request were to fail, you get no mod. If that API request were to come back empty, which is not necessarily failing, you get no mod. If that API request comes back with a mod URL or all the information we need, the mod URL to download from is generated by Thunderstore. It's not generated by a player or a mod creator, which means there is no potential way for them to input the URL that the client would be downloading, as far as we can tell at this point. So we get that JSON data, and then we go in, and this is where it would prevent it from doing it anyway. So let's say the API request passes. Let's see here. We get it. This was a different method because I was struggling with JSON and I just parsed the data manually. But then I figured out how to do it with JSON. So yada yada. We get the latest download URL and we pull the URL from JSON. There is one final check. If you get through all of that and somehow get a malicious URL that is not a thunderstore.io URL, then it's going to say, no, I'm not downloading it. It will only download it from Thunderstore, which means if your mod is going to be compatible with this, it has to be compatible with Thunderstore. And I guess Bepenix, because that's how it gets loaded and unloaded. So if it's not a Thunderstore, if it's not one of these three URLs, which I've seen all three variations they're testing, and they all are thunderstore.io, so it's all good. If it's not one of those, it returns. If it is, we proceed. So moving on, we now added a GUI prompt. The GUI prompt isn't fully implemented. It will pop up at the correct time, but it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to set it to active so we can see it, but it's also not going to do anything. It's going to sit on the screen and actually be stuck there because I don't have a way to turn it off. I haven't put that in there either. So we've got everything. Let me delete LC API from the scripts. Let me go to plugins. So config, nope. So what happens is it downloads the zip into here and then it extracts the DLL into scripts and then it hot loads them. So doesn't work with asset bundles yet, but that's coming up in the future. So let's pull up our console here. It's not going to do anything until we host a game because that's where the function gets ran for testing. So we'll go ahead and host, confirm. And okay, so it popped up. Would you like to download LC API by 2018? Note that it doesn't wait until you download it. It just puts you in. That's another thing I'm worried about, or not worried about, but need to do. So if we scroll up here, we can see that LC API did get loaded. We can start from here. So trying to get the info, I swear that means it called the method to try and download. Stripped in the mod name, URL pulled via JSON. It was a Thunderstore link. Download confirmation has arrived. Lobby created. That's all good. And then LC API downloaded, got extracted, and loaded up. So we know the download works. We know it's good. We can even go to the folder structure here. Go into scripts, gets downloaded. So everything's all cool and dandy. Oh, I selected text. The only other things I want to do is we're looking into sandboxing it. I don't know if that's going to happen because Unity is kind of annoying and it's been made difficult at this point. The other things I want to do, not super related. I want to put more mod information up here so that you can see, like LC API by 2018 is nice, but it's not the best. Maybe add like a GUID, like is this the GUID of the mod you want to download or something? I don't know. More information here. I'll have to get some feedback on it. And of course, make it work and wait until the player has fully downloaded the mods before actually loading in. So those are the next steps. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.